little bit better. When it progressively always gets worse, and he doesn't understand how, but I told him how, and he's actually looking at the patches. I've given him information, and he's given me his personal website, email, I mean. And but a comment on talking about the prisoners. Just 5 minutes ago, I heard where this $1,400 stimulus check that they're going to send out, that they are going to send it to prisoners also,
Yes, they are. That is correct.
because every Democrat voted yes to send them the check also.
Okay.
So
Wow.
they're going to get paid. They're going to get paid $1,400 to be sitting in jail.
Whoa. Okay, but let's for the reason that we're here is I want to thank everyone for being here.
Record.
And I want to thank everyone for making the time out of their day to be here to hear our guest speaker, Miss Ivy. And what we were talking about before was Mr. Jimbo was sharing his testimony about how he has severe COPD, he's on oxygen, and how it's really helped with his breathing, and even his doctor is amazed at how much better he's doing since he's been on the patches. And so, Ivy, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can. So Ivy and I met several months ago through my coach and her coach, Eric Lofholm. And through that, we developed a friendship. And all I can tell you is she is a kick butt businesswoman. And I have learned so much from her. And I personally started working with her. And one of the things that I always say to all of you is that I believe in mentoring across. And you're going to take a little bit of this from someone. You're going to take a little bit of that from someone. And you're just going to take the best from each person. And what I found with Ivy is that she has something that I desperately need, and that's organization and knowing how to. My kids really say that I don't understand time, which I don't. How long is it going to take? A few minutes, 15 minutes, an hour. I don't know. It's like elusive to me. So Ivy is really helping me pull that in. And she has been talking all month long. She's been working. Ivy actually has been an IT tech, just totally brilliant in this industry, helping businesses close multi-million dollar deals. But more than that, her heart is really with people and nurturing others. And so, Ivy, I'm going to let you take it away.
Thank you so much. And it's such an honor to be with you all. And if you can put on your cameras, I'd love to see your faces and see who I'm talking to.
Yeah, that
Oh,
would be
that's
really nice.
beautiful.
Would love that.
Yeah. And also if you could, and before we get started, because this is a talk about mindset. Hi, I'd like to know, tell me something in the chat. Hi, Jada. Tell me something in the chat about something that, since I'm meeting you for the first time, tell me something that I would want to know about each and every one of you. And you can either speak it out loud or you can write it in the chat. Something that, oh, that's awesome. Greek. I love their food. The Mediterranean diet is an awesome diet. It's very healthy. Anybody else want to share? I love the engagement. And the more you do engage and participate, the more you'll get out of this. Because after this, we're going to go and get very present. Anybody else want to share? Oh, wow. That's hard to do, riding horses, because I've done it before. And they're magnificent animals. So I got a lot of respect. That's awesome. Thank you, Colleen.
Does anyone else want to share something about themselves to help move this forward?
Wow. I didn't even know how you knew that. Go ahead, Lynn.
Hi. I do Reiki, massage, energy work, and I'm studying QEC, which involves Gestalt and quantum energy coaching. So I
Amazing.
love helping people.
That's wonderful. so that you'll appreciate what we're going to do just to get grounded and present. Anybody else want to share before we get started? And Desiree, do we have everyone that wants to attend?
It looks like everyone's in. And so, we'll just-
Fantastic.
yes.
Thank you,
And so-
Debbie. Thank
so
you for
what I-
sharing over that. Oh, sorry, go on. go on.
Okay, so I just wanted to say, so Ivy has a morning Facebook chat every single day, Monday through Friday. It lasts about 1.5 minutes to maybe 3 minutes each day. And she'll give you something uplifting and inspiring. And this whole month, she's focused on the month of February. She had focused on mindset. So what a great topic, because I think sometimes in our business, we're up and then we're down, we're up and we're down, and it's this roller coaster ride. And so how do you stay grounded in the work that we do, knowing that, we do love people, but we also need to create an income that is really, that will help us build the life that we want. So I felt that this topic, mindset, would just be perfect for all of us to hear. And so I would love to hear what you going to say.
Absolutely. I would start off with knowing the 3 riches in life have nothing to do with wealth. And that being, does anybody know what they are, the 3 riches in life? Does anybody want to take a guess?
Your health, your family, and I don't know what the third one is.
You're so close. It is sound mind, a
Okay.
positive mental attitude. That's what sound health, sound mind, and harmonious relationships. See, wealth is on the bottom of the list, but the top 3, when you have this, right, you know how to get present with yourself. You know how to find the inner peace and happiness. We all want more of that, right? And when you're trying to help somebody achieve more in life, what they really want isn't just more things, because more things doesn't mean more happiness. If you don't know how to manage your time and your money, that doesn't mean anything. But if you want to become more, it starts with the way you see yourself and your mindset. And having a positive mental attitude, deciding that's the kind of attitude that you're going to have when you show up for work, show up for business. How do you lead yourself? And observing your mindset about how you lead yourself, because your work doesn't care how you feel sometimes, right? And some days you really don't feel motivated. This has nothing to do with motivation. This now goes into your why. And why do you do what you do? I'm going straight into that. Why do you do what you do? Because you got to ask yourself, why are you in the business? And if you're in the business to help other people, how do you do that if you're not leading yourself? It starts with you. And so the way you think about yourself and how you talk to yourself when you have setbacks, when you're on these emotional highs and lows, they make a difference. And everything you think about and everything you say to yourself and to your team and to the people you love and care about matters. So if there's anything you got out of the 3 riches, right? Is sound health, sound mind, that goes together, a positive mental attitude, harmonious relationships. These are all key ingredients to building a successful business and being successful with leading your life. And can anyone share with me how they lead themselves and what they believe makes them successful at what they do in your business? Anybody want to volunteer? Or tell me what lights you up about this business? Why do you want to help other people?
That's what lights me up. Hi, Ivy, this is Cherie. That's
Hi.
what lights me up is helping other people. It's a passion. I've helped people for many, many years without ever making an income from it, because that's my why. That's what drives me.
Mhm.
And I feel like, as in a world, when you can help others succeed, that's success.
That's right. And you can help them realize that your potential is limitless. The things that you want to achieve in this business has to start with how you see yourself and what you believe that what's possible for you,
Yes.
right? Yeah, and what do you believe what's possible for you in this business?
I believe everything is possible. I believe it's endless. I believe that that I believe that all of our dreams can come true, and as long as we have our focus and our mission on
Mhm.
helping other people and continuously growing and keeping our options open,
Mhm.
it's just, that's a winning day.
That's beautiful. How, and when you're in your action, when you're taking more action, what things do you do that help you achieve more results in growing your business?
Caring more and building relationships.
Very good. Anybody else want to share? Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
This is Earl Stevens. I'm Cherie's husband. I
Hi,
would
Earl,
like to
nice to
say,
meet you.
hi, same here. Pleasure. I think it has a lot to do with setting good goals to be successful and
Mhm.
helping people get there with you along the way. Always lead from the bottom. You don't want to
Mhm.
lead from the top. And
Mhm.
being bulletproof about your business, learn as much as you possibly can. And also have a lot of integrity. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Make people believe in you and depend on you when you say they can, or you say you're going to help someone. You have to be there for them and don't forget them. I mean, we go, life throws obstacles all the time naturally, but I think and being mainly setting your goals and helping people get there with you. Bring people along with you is the best thing I can add in there, I think.
I love it. That's a great share. And I'm going to take that one step further, because you do want to have goals that are achievable and you do want to have goals that stretch you. But moving beyond that, what I learned from my coach and his way of saying it is GSA, your goals, your strategy, your action. So having these goals, then setting up a plan, creating a plan and with a strategy and taking action on it. There's people who have these great goals, and it's then knowing how do I make the goals so that I can accomplish them, say, day to day, and what are the actions I need to take, and are you then taking the action? Because there's a difference between wanting and achieving, and that starts with your mindset. Your ability or inability to achieve starts with your mindset. And you can see some people never ever bridge that gap, and while others do. And why is that? And ask yourself, are you achieving at the level that you want to be achieving? Are you producing the kind of business that you're proud about? And if you're not, what else do you need to do? Is it someplace in your strategy? Is it how you approach it? Because the other part about your mindset is, once you got something that works for you, your formula of how you succeed, it's about being then focused. It's about being able to be consistent and disciplined. Anybody else like to share?
So Cherie and Earl are actually they're actually the leader of this team. This is
Okay.
their team. And they have really led from the front in everything that they do. And they have been the best. They're not just telling you what to do, and they're holding your hand pretty much the whole way, if that's what you want. They've really taught me a lot, but there's certain things about mindset, and I would like you. So for me, like the time, being elusive to time, I've gotten so much better. But talking about not just having a goal, but one of the things that you taught me, and I've heard it before, but sometimes it takes a little bit, is you had me actually take a picture of planning out my week. So it doesn't matter. Can you kind of talk about that plan for the week and how you do it?
Absolutely, I can. start small. And I say this is you want to set some goal that is so small and achievable that would be ridiculous not to complete. And if you want to get better at managing your time, one of the things to do is to plan your day on paper. Because when you write your things down about what you want to accomplish, you have a higher chance of accomplishing that. What I do, I literally did this before our talk. I literally wrote down what I plan, how my day is going to go tomorrow. I have a notebook every single day. And I kind of write down, I have an idea of when I have my meetings, those are non-negotiables, and when are the actual times I have work that I can complete. Maybe it's research, maybe I have to follow up with somebody, and anything like that. I even schedule in what I'm going to do. I do my morning rituals every day. I have a morning routine that I've been following for over like 2 decades. And I would say that when I have automated most of how I run my day, a lot of it then saves my time and energy. So when I have to pick up something new and different, I can focus on trying to work that into my schedule. That could be, say, you're getting a certification, you're getting some training, you're doing something that you normally wouldn't do. And if you're trying to build skills in business like this, it's finding out, okay, where are the areas, where are my development areas? Am I working them into my day so that I'm making time for my own personal development? And if you don't even have that in your schedule, I would recommend starting with 15 minutes, because 1% of your day is 14 minutes.
Wow.
And
Can
think
you
about
tell me?
1% of your day.
Okay, so tell everybody what time you get up and exactly what you do. I mean,
Sure,
maybe they
can
don't
do
really
that.
care about that, but routine is something that I can do things, but I'm not really consistent. I can do it, and then it's like, okay, I had enough of that.
And even before you start there, and I can share about my routine, it is about the commitments that you have. So I would say if you are trying to create a habit of managing your time, one of the things to start doing is planning your day on paper. Then once you got that down, like you got that plate spinning, the next thing could be, okay, I want to try to wake up a little bit earlier and have my own time to myself. And so some of my clients, I literally had one of my clients do this, was track her whole weekly schedule. And she figured out she's pretty consistent with her routine. And now that she wants to have more time to herself in the morning, I'm having her wake up 30 to an hour earlier. So she has time to meditate. So she has time to have her breakfast and her journal time. She has her own me time before she gets started with her day. Because once her day gets started, what stresses her out is that she doesn't feel like she has any time to herself. And so when you feel stressed, it's because you feel like you have no time. And when you're bored, it's because you have too much time on your hands. And when you're in either place, you actually really want to get present. Really focused on being right here, right now, and being in the moment. And if that's having a conversation with somebody, that's your own time that you're spending on your personal development. If that is doing training, anything you're doing and everything you're doing, it matters. How you show up for it, that's the mindset, and what you're doing. And if you see that in your business, you're not happy with your income, well, you got to ask yourself the question, am I doing activities am I doing income producing activities? And if you don't know what they are, you want to find out what it is that you have to do to move that needle. And going back to like how I start my day, I wake up at 4 a.m. I like to listen to my affirmations. I read the Bible. I go to the gym. I'm a swimmer and I lift and I also cycle. I'll do one of the three. And then when I come back, I make myself an awesome like power smoothie, prepare a Facebook Live and get on with my day. And I do this every single day, Monday through Friday. And it doesn't matter how I feel. I will get up and do it. God forbid if I'm sick. I rarely ever get sick, so this like doesn't happen. But that's because I'm managing my time and my energy. And that way I don't get burnt out. And if I need to take the necessary breaks throughout the day, I do them throughout the day. And because I know what's happening on my schedule, because I've written it down, I've gotten in the habit of knowing what's on my weekly calendar and then knowing what I'm going to be doing the night before for today. A lot of it then becomes automated about how I go throughout my day. Does anybody want to share about how they start their day? And do they have a morning routine? Because I love to hear about it.
Well,
Awesome. Tell me, Colleen.
excuse me. I have been having trouble getting disciplined again in getting to bed at a certain time at nighttime so that I can get up at a certain time in the morning on a regular schedule. I have a friend who he's about my age, and he is like, you know, you can set your watch by when he goes to bed and when he gets up in the morning. And we just had this discussion today, and it was like, I have to do this. So actually starting today, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be in bed by 10:30 at night and up by 6. So,
Awesome.
and then I'm going to back it up and then be up by 5. But when I get up, I kind of wake up, I have an alarm, and I lay in my bed, and I just kind of do some stretching, and I do my prayers to the Lord. And then there's some people that I specifically pray for because they're really in need. And so I just take the time extra to pray for them. And then I just kind of slowly get up because I do have still some hot spots on my body, you know, and I can't wear a patch everywhere. Just kidding. So anyway, I get up very slowly, and I have learned that, you know, I don't get into anything that is electrical, meaning, you know, no computer, no phone, no any of that kind of thing, no TV, nothing like that. And just kind of slowly get up and kind of stretch and move around and walk around. I have a really cute little kitty who has an attitude. She's a little diva. She's 13. You see her on camera every once in a while. I just kind of spend time with her. And then I just kind of get up and get my coffee in the morning, and then get my shower. And then at that point, then I kind of get on and see what's on my phone and deal with that. And then get on the computer. I usually do some webinars. And of course, I do all of the LifeWave calls, and then kind of start my day. But I found that now that I'm older, that I do need to kind of just take it a little bit slower and stretch a little bit more than I did when I was younger. But I know that the discipline to stay off all the electronics and electrical things has really made a big difference. And going to bed at night, I tend to get off of all the electronics and blue screens at least an hour before I go to bed. And that has made a big difference in my sleeping as well.
Yeah, that's an awesome share. Do you have a nightly routine besides like when you shut everything down for that hour?
I do a little bit. I play with my cat for a little bit. I do that kind of throughout the day too, but we just kind of have our special time and we kind of play. And then I do some reading. And when I read, she likes to sit in her chair right next to me. And then it's just kind of a quiet and kind of meditate at nighttime. I do that kind of a little bit during the afternoon. I for some reason, I'm one of those people that get a slump kind of between 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. My energy just dives. And I've been that way since probably in my 30s. And so I take that time to just really meditate and just gather my thoughts and, use it strategically. And so at nighttime, I just kind of meditate, kind of read, kind of catch up on fun stuff. Usually I'm not like a mystery reader or that kind of thing. So it's usually business oriented type books that I'm reading, but it gives me that chance to read where I normally wouldn't do that during the day. And then I usually do a little bit of poetry just before bed. And then I get ready and brush my teeth and you know, just really kind of pamper myself a little bit and wash up my face and get good moisturizers on and get ready for bed.
Well, that's awesome. So we only have about 5 minutes left. Ivy, I would like you to really drive home the point on mindset
Okay.
over the next few minutes, please. Thank you, Colleen.
Okay, this is my challenge for you between now and the next time you have a call with your team. And this is a positivity challenge. For the next 7 days, I want you to think about not complaining, anything negative that you say to yourself or that you say about anything. I don't want you to even say it. And if you do, you have to restart the clock. So the challenge is this: you are working on your positive mental attitude. You're going to show up and give yourself and talk to yourself about having that kind of attitude with everyone you interact with, including yourself. And this is your challenge, is to have that mindset, because that mindset will take you when you're not motivated. And that mindset is what helps you get through. It's developing that habit, that mindset, and also being consistent and disciplined with the things that you committed to doing. You need to show up for yourself and raise your standards. If you don't like where your life is right now, you have to ask yourself, who do I need to become and what do I need to do? What identity, what habits do I need to create to be more successful, to take more action? So that positivity challenge, if you want accountability, tell Desiree how you did in the last 7 days. Just text her, call her, send her an email, but now find out from her how you all did. And also at the end of each day, I want you to write down a couple, jot down some reflections of how that was for you for that particular day. Because some days are just plain hard. And you're still going to be on this positivity mental attitude challenge to be positive no matter what.
So tell me, because you also are a triathlete,
Mhm.
what makes you go when you feel like you don't have anything left?
Think of why you're doing it. And I would say if you have a mantra that can help you push you when you have to keep going, it's like one step at a time. And you know, my friends, like last week I did a talk with the triathletes. Most of them are trained for an Ironman or have completed an Ironman. And
Can you share
they-
the distances on what a lot of people may
yeah,
not know?
sure.
Well,
That's a
what is this?
2.4 mile swim. It's a 112 mile bike ride and a full marathon. And you can do it, but you have to be mentally and physically prepared. But on race day, you know you can do it because all the training and all the months that you spent, that journey of preparing yourself for that day, you're already a champion. You're already a winner. And what a winner does is a winner prepares and a winner finishes. You're a winner if you committed and you're prepared and you finish. And for you, finishing could be following through. For you, finishing could be, I set this income goal and I made it. For you, it could be, I wanted to help 20 people and I did that. For you, it could be, I wanted more discipline and I made that happen. That's what you need to think about.
Wow. So I'm really glad that you were able to come and speak to our team on mindset. I know that I can't even get it out. Ivy actually does something called the bank code, which I am very interested in because all of us here are communicators. We're communicating every day with people. And I want to be able to be an effective communicator in a way that I'm not just spinning wheels, guessing what to say. I want to really, really know and hone in on my skills. If I'm going to talk, I want to make it count. And just like Ivy said, everything counts. Everything from the time you get up to the time you go to bed, the interactions that you have with each individual. So on April 13th, so instead of our call being on Monday, April 12th, we are going to do it on April 13th. And we're going to have Ivy and Miss Mamie, who is an amazing speaker. And what is her title with Bank?
She's a trainer and a coach,
Okay.
but she's director of coaching with Codebreaker.
so it's Codebreaker Technologies.
Yeah.
And it has really opened up a lot of avenues and ways that I can talk with people that, sometimes we have these, awkward kind of, how do we talk to this person? Anyway, this is going to help all of us become better at what we're doing. And we all love people, but in order to do what we want to do, like for Cherie, it lights her up, and me too, to see everyone get well. Well,
Mhm.
part of that of getting well is also we need to be rewarded with income so that we can live our dreams. And so I hope that everybody will mark that on their calendar. So it'll be April 13th. And that's a
And it,
Tuesday.
yes, and it's actually going to be about 90 minutes and you want to be there for it. It is an awesome training. I am delivering it to my leadership program as well. And Mamie's also going to be co-training together. It's communication mastery. It's a game changer because knowing what somebody values, it transcends generations. It doesn't matter if you're old, if you're young, knowing what somebody values and knowing how to speak to them and how they and what they value. It's like, better how to place yourself in their shoes. You know how better to serve them because you understand what they value.
Okay. I have one person. Here we go. Ravonda, she'd like to ask a question. There we
Of
go.
course. Yes.
Ravonda. Oh, I don't.
Can she hear me?
Yes.
She says her microphone isn't working.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
but yeah,
bad.
I definitely want to hear about how you do with the positivity challenge. I know that it really helped the triathlon group
Mhm.
that I was coaching last week and speaking. And then the other thing is, I didn't talk about this in this group, but when you do have a mental barrier, any mental blocks, you want to ask yourself, where do you feel or have that resistance? Right? Because that can cause you to procrastinate and not want to take any action. And what I would say is that even when you do feel that way, if you're afraid, if you're stressed, if you're anxious, and you want to ask yourself, what is the next best thing I can do, and go take action on that.
Okay. Can you repeat what it's Codebreaker Technologies, right?
Mhm. And this is going to be our guest trainer with
Yeah.
us.
Okay,
Mamie.
wonderful, Miss Mamie Landry. Okay, so thank you so much, Ivy, for taking your time out to talk to this amazing team. I just love everybody on this call. I know that we all are striving to help others, and you all have greatness within you. So next Monday will be Glenn LeBlanc, and he'll be doing the stem cell presentation. So thank you, everyone. Good night. Love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It was an honor.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.